Dubai, from sands to stars. In the beginning, there was silence. Not the silence of peace, but the silence of an endless desert where the wind spoke louder than people and where the horizon swallowed everything in a sea of gold. The land that is today known as Dubai was once a small scattering of tents and coral stone houses resting on the edge of the Arabian Gulf, fragile dots against a canvas of sand, dunes that stretched endlessly toward the sun. But even then, even in the 18th century, something was different about this place. Some said that the desert here hummed with a strange energy, as if it were waiting for a moment, a spark, a dreamer bold enough to believe it could become more than sand and storms. Others said that the sea whispered its own prophecy that one day the world would come seeking the shores of Dubai, the silent beginning. 300 years ago, Dubai was a humble fishing and trading settlement. There were no skyscrapers, no bustling airports, no futuristic highways. Instead, there were wooden dhows drifting on the waters of the creek, pearl divers who plunged deep into the Gulf with nothing but a rope and a bag, desert merchants who traveled long distances for trade, tribal families who relied on cooperation, courage, and the will to survive. Life was simple but harsh. Every pearl dive was a gamble between fortune and death. The desert could punish or feed depending on the season. Sandstorms could erase entire tracks overnight. And yet, the people of Dubai endured, carrying with them the belief that the land would one day reward their patience. In the late 19th century, Dubai began to reinvent itself for the first time. While other Gulf towns closed their doors to foreign ships, Dubai opened its harbor. Traders from India, Persia, and East Africa found a welcoming port, a ruler willing to adapt, and no taxes on imported goods. Slowly the creek became alive with activity, a hint of what Dubai's future ambition truly was, to become a city shaped not by its limitations, but by its possibilities. The teeth of time. The early 20th century brought challenges that could have crushed lesser communities. The pearling industry collapsed after the invention of Japanese cultured pearls. Suddenly, the economy that had sustained Dubai for generations was gone. And yet, Dubai did not fall. Instead, its leaders chose a path few others dared. Under the visionary guidance of Sheikh Saeed Al Maktoum and later Sheikh Rashid bin Saeed Al Maktoum, Dubai began investing in its future long before the world believed it had one. The creek was dredged so larger ships could enter an enormous risk at the time. Roads and basic infrastructure were built even when funds were scarce. Electricity and communication systems were introduced ahead of many neighboring regions. People questioned the decisions. Some said the city was dreaming too big. Others feared the desert would always reclaim whatever humans built. But then came the year that changed everything. 1966. That was the year Dubai discovered oil, the gift and the warning. Oil arrived like a blessing from beneath the sands, but it also came with a warning. Sheikh Rashid famously said, "The oil won't last forever. What will remain is what we build for our people today." Unlike many places that allowed oil to become their only identity, Dubai used it as a stepping stone, not a lifeline. Oil funded the foundation, not the whole city. The 1970 ignited a transformation the world had never seen. Roads stretched across the desert like veins of possibility. Schools, hospitals, and ports rose from the heat waves. The Jebel Ali port, once mocked as a port to nowhere, became one of the world's largest man-made harbors. But Dubai still wanted more. It didn't want to be just a rich city. It wanted to be a global idea, a place where dreams could land, build, rise, and shine. Blueprints of the impossible. By the 1990s, Dubai was ready for its boldest chapter. The city asked questions that seemed outrageous at the time. Can we build the world's tallest hotel? Can we build an island in the shape of a palm tree? Can we create the world's busiest airport in the middle of the desert? Can we build a city where more than 200 nationalities live side by side? And every time the world laughed, Dubai answered with steel, glass, and determination. The skyline began to change. Modern towers replaced old coral houses. Souks coexisted with shopping malls the size of small cities. Highways glowed through the night like rivers of light. What had once been an empty desert began to look like a dream drawn by architects who refused to accept gravity as a limitation. Then, in 2010, a needle pierced the sky. Burj Khalifa. At 828 meters, it became not just the tallest building in the world, but a symbol of Dubai's philosophy. If it can be imagined, it can be built. A city reborn. Dubai today is not just a place, it is an experience. From the desert rose, the palm Jumeirah, visible from space, the Dubai Mall, one of the largest shopping destinations on Earth, Dubai Metro, fully automated and sleek, the Museum of the Future, a building that looks like it came from the year 3000, Expo 2020, where the world gathered to celebrate human innovation. It became a city where luxury meets ambition, where tradition meets futurism, and where millions come every year to witness how far human imagination can go. But what makes Dubai fascinating for a story isn't just its transformation, it's the speed of it. In less than 50 years, Dubai went from sand to steel fishing boats to super yachts, desert paths to 6-lane highways, small souks to global centers of finance, tourism, and technology. It is one of the fastest metropolitan evolutions in human history. Why Dubai's story is so dramatic? Because it's not just a story of buildings, it's a story of vision. No other city has dared to challenge its environment so boldly, turning unbearable summers into climate-controlled havens, transforming barren land into islands, reshaping the economy again and again to survive every global crisis. Dubai's history is the story of a place that refused to be defined by its limits, a place that looked at a desert and saw a future, a place where the impossible slowly became normal. And that is why people worldwide are fascinated by Dubai. It shows what humanity can achieve when belief is stronger than doubt, and when dreams are treated not as fantasies but as blueprints. From sands to stars. Today, as the sun sets over the Arabian Gulf and the skyline lights up like a constellation on Earth, the old desert still remembers its silence. But that silence has become a whisper beneath the hum of a global city, a reminder that everything started from almost nothing. Dubai rose not because of oil, not because of luck, but because of unshakable vision. A city that once lived in the shadows of dunes now stands among the stars. And its story is still being written. If you liked the video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel to stay updated. See you next time.